Go.
Hey guys, it's Ryan with the Hunting Haven. Alex is behind the camera. He's going to be videoing this little series. We are finally getting around to doing some deer heads. We got Alex's deer head back here and another buddy's deer head for European mounts. With that, most of you guys, if you do your own deer head European mounts, you probably done took the hide off. Now, we got lazy during deer season running and gunning and trying to get deers and videoing done, so we left the hide on. Ain't the first time we've done it, but we got the pot over here boiling. Well, it's not boiling, it's steaming right now, which is good. I really don't like doing a boil until we get the hide off. But we're going to make some European mounts. We got some does to do for Devin still. And when we get to those ones, we're going to do a cedar post, like a fence post, for them to set on and at for his mounts. So this is going to be start to finish on doing your own European mount, and it's budget friendly the best we can. So that way it doesn't cost a lot, really. I think we spend less than 20 bucks a year doing it. Some years you can roll over some of the material and redo it on your next set. So we'll get these guys wired up on the pot. You want to keep the bases up out of the water the best you can, so that way your horn don't come off eventually. All you want to do is boil all this off.
And make sure to wire it to where the antlers stay out of the water.
Yep.
And the fire doesn't touch them.
Yep. We had a big wide buck, like my 8-point from last year and Alex's buck from last year. Even with that big pot, you got to worry about getting a little bit of brownage from the fire. And it can be a pain to get off of them, especially like Alex's little spike here. He's nice and white. So we really don't want to charcoal that up for him. But that's typically on a bigger, wider buck. You have to deal with that. These guys, we should be all right with. So we'll get this one in the pot, get it wired in.
And some of the stuff you're going to need bleach, peroxide.
Yep.
I think that's really about it.
I use dish soap every now and then.
Dawn.
Some Dawn dish soap.
For all that is awesome, do not do this in your wife's favorite pot in the house. She will stab you.
Yeah, we do it outside. It does get a little smelly at times.
I mean, you're boiling, well, we're boiling rotten meat.
Yeah, right now.
It's been sitting outside. So.
Get the right.
This is just the down and dirty method. And that poor little feller is going to be hard to do.
Yeah.
Because normally you'll have a little bit of.
Normally you got a little bit more
antler to touch.
Antlers to mess with.
That's what happens when you can't help yourself. But meat in the freezer, and I'm happy. And I think I'm going to end up putting this one in my daughter's room. So she's a little too youngin' to go hunt, in my opinion, right now. So,
yep.
But once all this meat warms up, and it's going to start getting a little rank.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
But luckily, we got a nice, beautiful wind on this very chilly January day.
Yep. That water is nice and warm. We'll have to add a little bit of water to the pot, but right there's the basics of it. He's down in there.
We can get you a little past the steam here.
Yeah.
You want the water just above the top of his head. That's hard to see with all the steam.
Yeah. Like I said, this buck will be easier because we can wire him up here.
Yep.
And that's ideally how you want to do it. With a buck like that one, it's a little bit harder, but it can be done. That doe's head,
you just toss them in.
I just toss them in there, and then you got a wood stove hook for hooking wood in the wood stove. I'll hook her and pull her out and check on it. peel off what I can as I can. But this just gets all the nastiness out of it. You can get the brain out of them. The last thing you want to do is leave a piece of that brain in there and then hang it in your house. Your wife's gonna beat you.
But the good thing is, yeah, a little bleach to the water will help kill off all that tissue. So
Yep.
But we will bring you guys back when we pull him to do a little work on him and show you the next little steps you got to do.
Yep.
So we'll catch you guys here after a while.
All right. on these deer heads. They've been going for a good minute now.
Couple hours.
Yeah, they got a couple hours burning, so we got pockets over here. I'm gonna stick out this bigger buck here. Still looks like a deer head. That hide is starting to soften up down here on the nose, but up here on the head, it's still pretty strong. All right, we're gonna move on to Alex's buck. Okay. All right, there you go. Look at there.
Yeah, he falling apart nice and good.
Yeah, he felt good.
Well, front of that jaw's gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pulling down the side of the pot here.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're looking for, guys. For that hide to get real nice and mushy.
Yeah.
So the difference is the buck he's got in his hands right now has been left up on top of a chicken coop since I might have bulled him a little long.
Why?
He's pretty soft on the front there.
Yeah, he will be.
Or his face is gone.
Now it's just getting all this off of him.
So the difference is he sat for months, which is not super ideal, but
Let's do something with that. Keep Jack from getting in it. And the brain is, well, the brain's maggots.
Duh.
And that knife is going to have to be washed before I go to work tomorrow.
That knife needs to be burned.
All right, so we're down to this part. I'm going to set him back in there for a little bit longer just to let it soak up some of the eyeball juice and some of the brain matter that's coming out of there.
The maggots.
And the maggots. And we need to get these a little bit softer. They're not soft enough yet. So we're just actually going to set him straight in there just like that. And then
We got to find the bottom
I got
jaw.
my wood stove tool here to break wood logs around that. Well, you got to find the bottom jaw because it will.
It fell off. We honestly weren't expecting that. We expected it to take a little longer because normally that is, wow.
Yeah, that's got to come out of there.
Yeah. No, I bet that stinks.
Yeah.
This is the unfortunate part no one really sees. But we want to bring it to you guys in case, you want to do this at your house instead of paying somebody.
There it is.
It's not hard. It's just time consuming.
There's the bottom jaw.
A little bit of time. And the fun thing is Ryan just loves touching them, so I just let him do it.
Ryan normally does them all.
Yeah, this is
Man, that's how good it's done.
nice. Those are done.
Yeah, those are done. You need to do some cleanup work. And I emphasize the you part.
Well, so this is where the peroxide comes in. We talked about at the beginning of the video here. This is the part where you let it dry so it hardens up again. And you take that peroxide on a toothbrush in a little bowl and just sit there and scrub. Rake and scrub and get any excess, because whatever you leave on there, it's going to be on there. And if you leave meat, it's going to stink.
Yeah.
And then your wife or husband or whoever is going to be very upset. And this one's, it was done so much faster because it did have time to sit
it's
up
been sitting
there.
since bow season.
Yep, end of bow season.
October. November-ish.
End October, I think.
Yeah.
Right before gun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's.
it's a little more tender.
Yeah. Fresh-ish. Yeah. Nastiness. Whatever.
For all we do, gutting deer and all that, butchering ourselves, this is probably one of the grossest
And
aspects of it.
it's gross for us because, well, we don't skin the deers. When we bring them back to the house, we don't skin their heads out. We just cut them off.
Yeah.
we skin down to the neck meat. You know, you get your neck meat, and then we normally just cut them off.
Right below that jawline.
And they get set off to the side. And then, you know, this time in the winter when it's later is when we do our European mounts in that dead of winter when you ain't got much going on. Normally it's me. I do them then because I'm bored.
Well,
I ain't got nothing else to do.
I do live in town, so it's a little harder for me to get out here.
Yeah.
So, but even if you live in town and you have access to a giant kettle like this, or this is going to be your best bet, do not use your wife's pots and pans.
Don't use your wife's pots and pans. My uncle gave me this kettle, and it was rusted up, cast iron, but it's rusted, and it just didn't want to try to re-season it and everything else to use it. And I don't ever really cook outside like this. And when I do, I use Dutch ovens. Something this big, I'd be making like chili or
crawfish bowl,
something like that. But there's more convenient ways nowadays to do it versus cooking in a pot like this. So we designated this one for boiling European mounts. We do deer heads in it. We do coon. You can take the coon skulls, set them in there, just put a piece of wire through them and do it that way. But yeah, it works for us.
We do have another critter that skull that has to go in there. So, I mean,
yep.
We're just going to tack it right along with this. And
yep. I mean, easy way of doing your own European mounts.
And if you got the spare time, you ain't got to do it all at once. Either.
No, I told Alex, you know, it's getting late. This one, we may just leave him in the pot. I'll come out and check on it as I'm coming out and doing the wood stove through the night. And
I'll let it freeze in there.
Yeah, I just let the fire go out and let it cool down naturally, and it'll freeze. And be honest, I've done it multiple times like that. Even Alex's old buck I done. What was that one killed up our?
My big 9.
Was that a 9?
No, he was a 9 due to broken tine on the
that big buck.
right hand side.
Time like this, and his skull froze right in the water. And next time I had time to work on it, I lit a fire underneath.
Let it go.
It back out, dump the water, and refreshened it.
But more than likely, yours is going to end up like that one, the big one here.
Yeah.
Because you know, even if you kill him during gun, I mean, it's going to be cold out.
Yeah.
So these were some we shot earlier in the year, and then Devin shot the.
Yeah, we still got Devin's does to do. And it takes time, guys. If you had a more modern setup with a propane tank and all that, you could make this go by quicker. But doing it this way, like I said, I do it this way because this is how I was taught to do it by my dad. And it's just how I've always done it. You just build you a fire and you do it outside.
And we've just been planking and.
Yeah, Alex has been shooting 22 rounds off here and there, targets and whatnot. And
been filming some other content for you guys. And I mean, it just, you can do other things. This isn't the only thing you got to check is your fire down there. And we've been running a camera over there, you can see. So just kind of doing a little fun little time lapse for you guys. So, I mean, you don't have to babysit it.
No. And what's cool about Alex is, well, spike buck here is we didn't even have to put any dish soap in there yet.
No.
We ain't done nothing to it.
Nope, we just let it boil.
Yep. Normally when they're a tougher hide like this one, or this buck hasn't set as long, I'll dump some dish soap in there and some bleach and whatnot, and help with the disinfecting part and whatnot. But,
which we'll probably add bleach to that skull before too long.
Oh yeah.
Because the maggots.
Yeah, his buck's head is going to get a good bleach bath. Which,
it's natural. I mean, the maggots are what help break it down.
When you bleach them, they'll get whiter than this, but they will turn yellow quick.
That's what the peroxide's for.
So once you get all this process done, which is boiling or steaming, basically is what we got going, is a good simmer. You get all that flesh and meat off of the heads and that. Then you want to bleach them, get all the nasty smells off of them, get what little pieces of tissue you don't get off in here, like around the teeth and that. There'll be little pieces of tissue you want to get and whatnot. Then that's when it comes into the peroxiding. Peroxiding is what completely does away with the rest of the bacteria that you missed with the bleach and whatnot, because it eats away at it. And then it also makes them skulls fairly white. And Alex's 10-point from last year is pretty white still. You haven't done reapplied any of that, have you?
The 8-point buck, my very first bow, deer and buck, he is bright white. And I have not re-peroxided him, or I haven't touched him since.
Peroxide is the key at the end of it if you want to keep them white. If you want to have that yellow bone look, then just bleach them, guys. I know quite a few people who like the bone look.
Yeah.
Over time, it looks better and better. But
I prefer just to peroxide them to help kill off.
Peroxide ours and keep them nice and white. And another thing I'll do is even the antlers, we'll clean these up a little bit. We won't scrub the brown off of it, the sap buildup and whatnot on his horns. Just getting rid of that foam from the water.
Yeah.
Nastiness.
Just take a rag and wipe him down.
Yep.
On his antlers. Because we want to try to keep the antlers looking as natural as possible.
Yep. Try to keep the natural colors like they were when you harvested them.
And just like on my bow 8-pointer, he had a real chocolate rack on him with white points, and I wanted to preserve it.
Yep.
Pretty sure at that point we wrapped aluminum foil around those.
Yeah.
Just to help preserve that chocolate color.
Yep.
So if you have a real chocolate buck, or he's bigger and you're worried about the flames hitting him, put a little aluminum foil around him.
Yep.
Just to help protect him. So, all right, guys. Well, the next time we boil up, we will bring you guys along and show you some more footage of keeping this process going, especially on a bigger buck that hasn't sat as long.
Yeah.
We didn't really, kind of expected my spike to go pretty quick. I didn't expect him to go that far this time, but he still needs a little boiling and some work done to him. So
and we got Jack's next squirrel hide for training thawed out all the way now.
Yup.
So Jack will be excited about that here in a little bit when I bring him back outside.
And we'll keep you guys, it'll be short little posts and updates about him, but
yeah,
he is going to be a good addition to the hunting haven.
Which we got one we can put up with Jack right now so that way you guys can see he does have a feminine side.
Does he?
Yes, the kids and the wife was playing around with their little headbands
Oh,
and makeup
Lord.
and whatnot, and they put one on Jack. He's not very happy about it. You can tell it by the photo. He's very gloom and doomed, and Dad help me.
Part of a household of ladies.
Yep.
So.
But it helps him along his way, and he gets to still be a puppy in a way.
Yep. But that's a separate video and discussion. If you guys want to see dog training stuff, we can show you a little here and there. We're not really into dog training like Ryan used to be, so
yeah, we'll do
that's a little not really something we're interested in doing too much. So
Jack for the squirrels.
Yeah.
Mainly the kids. Me and Alex is getting to where we're kind of getting big and lazy and
less hiking.
Less going through them briars when old Jack can run in there and grab them and bring them back.
Hey, yo. But make sure to give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, tell everybody about it. Yep. We're bound to come across something everybody loves to do. So stick with us. It's going to be a nice little series of how to get your DIY European mount done.
Yep. Affordable price.
Yeah.
Right now,
we're out water.
Yeah, we're out of 2 5-gallon buckets of water.
And some scrap sticks.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. We will catch you on the next video.